You wake up to a world so intricately designed that every breath you take, every ray of sunlight kissing your skin, feels like a divine promise. The universe, vast and boundless, is not some random collision of matter. It is a magnificent masterpiece painted with the brush of God's infinite wisdom. Yet, in the hustle and bustle of our modern lives, we often forget that the very air we breathe and the beauty of nature around us are more than just accidents of science. They are living proof of a Creator's love and purpose for us. But why do we fail to see it? Why are we blind to the divine design etched into every corner of our existence? Could it be that, for centuries, we have been walking through life with our eyes closed, missing the signs that are right before us? Have we been so caught up in the pursuit of progress, technology, and material wealth that we've lost sight of the true essence of our existence? In this video, we are about to unravel the most profound truth you've ever heard. We will discover together how the magnificence of God's creation, everything from the trees to the stars, from the smallest flower to the vastness of the universe, holds a message, a divine blueprint that affects every aspect of our lives. It's not just about how beautiful it is. It's about how each piece of creation speaks to us, teaches us, and heals us. You will understand deep in your soul how the universe's perfection and the natural world's wonder are God's whispering call to you to live in harmony with His plan. And once you open your eyes to this truth, everything will change. Your perspective, your purpose, your very being will align with the divine order. In the next few moments, you'll feel the weight of the divine presence surrounding you, guiding you to a deeper connection with the Creator and His endless love. Prepare yourself to experience healing and awakening through His magnificent creation. Your life, your daily journey, will never be the same again. So, let's dive in. The miraculous beauty of nature. Imagine standing beneath a tree, the wind whispering through its leaves, the sunlight dancing through the branches, casting playful shadows on the earth below. Can you hear the hum of life around you? Every single blade of grass, every flower blooming, every bird singing, it is all part of God's grand design, woven together with an intricacy so perfect that we can barely comprehend it. Yet, how often do we pass by without truly seeing? How often do we overlook the simple miracles of nature, rushing through life, absorbed in our daily tasks, distracted by the noise of the world? The miracles of nature are not just fleeting moments. They are constant reminders of God's presence in our lives. His creation speaks to us every single day, offering peace, beauty, and even healing. When you look at the flowers in the field or the vast sky above, you are not just witnessing beauty. You are witnessing God's love made tangible. Nature is a direct reflection of His care for His creation. From the smallest seed to the tallest tree, every element of nature is carefully crafted to support life, to nurture it, and to provide it with everything it needs. Take a moment and think of a time when you felt completely at peace. Maybe during a quiet walk in the forest, or while gazing at the stars on a clear night. These moments, seemingly simple, are manifestations of God's love and presence. Nature is not just something we use. It is something that embraces us, heals us, and reminds us of the divine order that surrounds us. The air we breathe, the rain that nourishes the earth, the very food we eat, all of it comes from God's creation. And yet, how often do we stop and appreciate the sheer miracle of these things? How often do we let ourselves be consumed by the demands of our lives, missing the opportunity to experience God's touch in every moment? It's easy to forget, isn't it? We are bombarded with distractions, work, technology, noise, that we forget to pause, breathe, and see the world as a gift from the Creator. But the moment we do, everything changes. God's creation invites us to slow down and recognize the presence of something greater than ourselves. Every tree, every sunset, every raindrop is a reminder that we are part of something infinitely beautiful, something divine. And in this beauty, we find healing. Nature has the power to calm our anxieties, to restore our weary souls. It has the power to remind us that we are not alone, that we are part of a magnificent story unfolding every day. When we begin to see nature as a reflection of God's divine will, we begin to see life differently. The world is no longer just a place we live in. It becomes a sacred space, a living testament to God's love. Each time we stop to marvel at a sunset or listen to the song of a bird, we are participating in a divine connection that has been present since the beginning of time, the perfect order of the universe. The universe, vast and eternal, is another profound expression of God's creation. The stars, planets, galaxies, they don't simply exist by chance. They exist by design, in perfect harmony with one another. Each planet follows its course. Each star burns with purpose. Each galaxy spins with intention. The universe is not a random collection of stars. It is a perfectly orchestrated symphony, created with divine purpose. And we, the children of God, are part of this magnificent symphony. Take a moment to reflect on the grandeur of the cosmos. The stars you see at night, each one has a place in the sky, each one a testament to God's creativity and power. The planets orbit the sun in perfect precision, year after year, maintaining the balance of our solar system. The laws of gravity, the rotation of the Earth, the very cycle of day and night, all of these are part of the divine plan. It is impossible to ignore the overwhelming beauty of the universe. The precision with which it functions, its rhythms, its cycles, its vastness, speaks of something far beyond human understanding. It is a reminder that God, in His infinite wisdom, has created a world that is perfectly balanced. He has set everything into motion with a divine hand, and that hand continues to guide and sustain the universe. But here's the most amazing part. We are part of this vast, divine design. The universe, in all its glory, is not separate from us. It is a part of us, and we are a part of it. Just as the stars shine in the sky, we too are called to shine in our own way. Just as the planets move in perfect harmony, we too are called to live in harmony with God's will. When we look at the universe, we should not see it as something distant, something beyond our reach. Instead, we should see it as a reflection of God's plan for us. We are meant to be a part of this divine order. Our lives, too, have purpose. Just as the stars follow their course, we are called to follow ours, guided by God's light and love. Think about the vastness of the universe for a moment. Imagine how small we seem in comparison. Yet despite the infinite expanse of space, God has placed us right where we are, with a purpose. The stars and the planets may seem far away, but they are all part of God's plan for us. And every day, we are invited to recognize our place in this grand design. The universe is not just something we observe from a distance. It is something we are intricately connected to. And as we recognize this connection, we begin to understand the profound beauty and peace that comes with it. The universe, with all its wonder and mystery, is a constant reminder that God is present in every moment. Every star, every planet, every galaxy is a sign that He is watching over us, guiding us, and leading us toward a life of purpose and meaning. As we look up at the night sky, let us remember that we are not just small, insignificant beings in a vast, uncaring universe. We are children of God, created in His image, and we are part of a divine plan that is far greater than anything we can understand. The universe is a reflection of God's greatness, and it is a reminder that, no matter how small we may seem, We are always part of His eternal design. And in this understanding we find peace. We find the strength to face life's challenges, knowing that we are part of something far greater than ourselves. We are part of a divine symphony, a perfect order that has been orchestrated by the Creator. And in this symphony, we are not just passive observers. We are active participants, playing our part in the grand story of God's creation. Now, as we move forward in this journey of understanding, let us open our hearts to the divine truth that surrounds us every day. Let us see the beauty in nature, the perfection in the universe, and the purpose in our lives. For in recognizing these things, we come closer to the heart of God. And in that closeness, we find healing, purpose, and a life of divine peace. Love and compassion reflected in God's creation. The beauty of God's creation extends far beyond the mountains, forests, and oceans. It can be found in the way we interact with each other, in the bonds we form, and in the love we share. Love is not just an emotion, it is a force woven into the very fabric of creation, a divine thread that connects us all. When we look at the world around us, we can see the echo of God's love in every act of kindness, in every moment of grace, and in every gesture of compassion. Think of the way a mother holds her child close, or how a friend listens with unwavering attention when we are struggling. These moments, though simple, carry the power of God's love. They are reminders that we are all created in His image, and that just as He loves us unconditionally, we are called to love one another with the same deep, abiding love. In the face of suffering, love is our refuge. In the midst of chaos, love is our anchor. When we show compassion, we are acting as conduits of God's love. Each time we forgive, each time we lift someone up, we reflect the heart of God. We may not always see the immediate impact of our kindness, but the ripple effect of love extends far beyond what we can comprehend. Consider the example of a kind word spoken to someone who feels invisible. Or think about a small act of generosity, giving someone food, a warm blanket, or a listening ear. These are not just good deeds, they are a reflection of divine love in action. Every time we extend compassion, we participate in God's ongoing creation. We are not just living in this world, we are helping to shape it through love. And yet, how often do we forget this powerful truth? How often do we become consumed with our own desires and struggles, neglecting the opportunities to share love and compassion with others? It is easy to get caught up in the daily grind, but in doing so, we miss the most profound and transformative aspect of our existence, our ability to love and to be loved. God's love is meant to be shared, to flow through us and into the world. It is not just something we receive, it is something we give. When we open our hearts to others, we become instruments of healing, vessels of God's light in a world that desperately needs it. Every act of love, no matter how small, contributes to the restoration of the world. As we reflect God's love in our interactions, we bring healing not only to those around us, but to ourselves as well. Love is the healing balm that soothes our wounds, the medicine that cures the sickness of the soul. And as we practice love, we align ourselves more fully with the Creator's will. The more we give, the more we receive. It is in loving others that we find our true purpose, our deepest fulfillment, and our closest connection to God. So, let us not forget the power of love. Let us recognize that every moment of compassion is a sacred act, a way of participating in God's divine plan. Through love, we heal the world, and through love, we heal ourselves. The healing power of creation in our daily lives. God's creation is not a distant, abstract concept. It is present in every moment of our daily lives. It is in the sunrise that gently wakes us up, in the soft rustling of leaves that remind us to slow down, and in the gentle breeze that carries the whispers of God's presence. Creation is not just something we observe, it is something we experience deeply. It is woven into the very fabric of our existence, offering us healing and peace if we are willing to open our hearts to it. How often do we overlook the healing power of nature? How often do we forget that God has given us this beautiful world not only for our enjoyment, but also for our restoration? Nature is more than just a backdrop to our lives. It is a powerful source of healing, offering us renewal, peace, and connection to the divine. Think about the feeling of peace you experience when you step outside and breathe in the fresh air. Think about the calm that washes over you when you walk barefoot on the grass, or listen to the sound of waves crashing on the shore. These moments are not random. They are invitations from God to experience His healing touch. Nature has the power to restore our souls, to calm our minds, and to remind us of the beauty and peace that comes from being in harmony with God's creation. Consider how we are often drawn to nature in times of stress or uncertainty. When life feels overwhelming, we instinctively seek out the peace of a quiet park, the stillness of a forest, or the serenity of the ocean. Why is that? It is because nature has a unique ability to heal us. When we immerse ourselves in the natural world, we are reminded of the divine order that sustains us. We feel the presence of God in the wind, in the trees, in the earth beneath our feet. The healing power of nature is not just about physical restoration, it is about emotional and spiritual renewal as well. God's creation provides us with a space where we can reconnect with our inner selves, where we can quiet our minds and hear the whispers of our Creator. In these moments, we are reminded that we are not alone, that we are loved, and that we are part of something far greater than ourselves. Just as we take care of our physical health, we must also nurture our spiritual health. We cannot ignore the power of God's creation to heal us on a deeper level. Nature is a reminder of the divine rhythms that govern the universe, and when we align ourselves with these rhythms, we experience peace, joy, and healing. So next time you feel weary or burdened, take a moment to step outside. Allow yourself to be enveloped in the healing embrace of creation. Let the beauty of the world around you restore your soul. And as you do, remember that you are not just a passive observer. You are an active participant in the ongoing creation of the world, a world filled with love, beauty, and healing power. And through creation, God invites us to experience His love in profound and transformative ways. In every moment of our lives, we are surrounded by the healing presence of God. All we need to do is open our eyes, our hearts, and our souls to receive it. And in doing so, we will find peace, purpose, and a deeper connection to the Creator. The divine healing in the simple wonders of creation. In the soft glow of the morning light, as the world awakens from its slumber, there is a quiet beauty that often goes unnoticed. The beauty of simplicity. The divine touch of God's creation doesn't always scream for attention, but it whispers, gently calling us to pause, to breathe, to notice. The warm sun on your face, the cool breeze that rustles through the trees, the sound of birds singing their first song of the day. These are the everyday miracles that we overlook in our quest for something bigger, something grander. Yet in these small moments, God's love and healing are being poured into our hearts, if we are only willing to slow down and open our eyes. It is easy to overlook the power of these simple wonders, especially when we are consumed by the fast-paced world around us. But when we take a moment to reflect, we begin to understand that in the simplest things, an afternoon rain, a walk in the park, or the gentle embrace of a loved one, God is present, healing us, comforting us, and guiding us back to peace. You see, healing doesn't always come in dramatic, life-altering moments. Sometimes healing is found in the quiet rhythm of nature, in the steady pulse of the earth beneath our feet. God's creation is not just beautiful, it is restorative. Nature, in all its glory, is a balm for our souls. It has the ability to heal our brokenness, to soothe our anxieties, and to remind us of the inherent goodness in the world. The very air we breathe is filled with life-giving energy, the same energy that sustains the trees and the flowers, the animals and the oceans. Every part of creation works together in perfect harmony, and in that harmony, we too find healing. Think about the last time you stood by the ocean, feeling the cool water lap against your feet. As you looked out at the endless horizon, didn't you feel something stir within you? A sense of peace, a sense of connection to something greater than yourself. That is the healing power of God's creation. It is the reminder that we are part of something much larger, that our lives are not just random occurrences, but part of a divine story. The ocean, the sky, the earth, they all tell the story of God's eternal love for us. It is in these simple, everyday moments that we are invited to remember who we are and whose we are. Each moment spent in nature, each quiet reflection by a stream, each deep breath taken under the canopy of trees, is an invitation to reconnect with God's presence. Nature is a mirror, reflecting the love and peace of the Creator. And when we allow ourselves to truly see it, we can experience a deep, profound healing. Imagine, for a moment, that you are standing in a lush forest, the sun filtering through the trees, the smell of pine and earth filling your senses. As you close your eyes, you feel a gentle breeze brush against your skin, carrying with it the whispers of God's love. In that moment, you are no longer just a person walking through the world. You are part of the creation that surrounds you, a living, breathing testament to God's love. And in that space, you find healing. Your worries fade, your anxieties dissolve, and you are left with nothing but peace. The healing power of creation is not just physical, it is emotional and spiritual as well. God has designed this world to restore us, to bring us back to a place of balance and harmony. When we are disconnected from nature, from the simple wonders around us, we become disjointed, restless, and lost. But when we return to the earth, to the beauty of the world God created, we find ourselves restored. Our hearts are healed, our spirits lifted, and our minds calmed. Every element of creation, from the tallest mountain to the smallest blade of grass, is infused with the healing energy of the Creator. And when we take the time to reconnect with that energy, we are transformed. The noise of the world fades away, and in its place, we hear the quiet, comforting voice of God calling us back to peace. Consider how nature has always been a place of refuge for the weary. In the Bible, we are told that God created the earth to be a place of healing and rest. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. Psalm 23, 2-3. These words are not just poetic, they are a promise. God designed the earth to restore us, to bring us back to a place of peace and wholeness. And when we open ourselves to the healing power of creation, we are able to experience that promise in a very real way. But what happens when we forget to pause and experience this healing? What happens when we become so consumed by the busyness of life that we miss the quiet moments of peace that God offers? We become disconnected, discontent, and drained. Our bodies, minds, and souls suffer. We need the healing that God's creation provides. We need the peace that comes from spending time in nature, from reconnecting with the earth that sustains us. Without it, we cannot truly thrive. That is why it is so important to carve out time each day to connect with creation, to experience the healing that God has woven into every part of the world. Whether it's a morning walk through the park, an afternoon by the lake, or simply sitting under a tree and listening to the wind, these moments of connection are vital for our well-being. They are the moments when God's healing power flows into our lives, restoring us and bringing us back to the peace we were always meant to have. God's creation is a living testament to His love and care for us. It is a source of healing, a place of rest, and a reminder that we are deeply loved. Every moment spent in nature is an opportunity to receive that healing, to be reminded of who we are, and to reconnect with the Creator who made us. In the quiet of creation, we find ourselves restored. In the stillness, we find peace. In the beauty of the world around us, we find God. So, the next time you feel weary, when life feels overwhelming, take a moment to step outside. Feel the sun on your face, the breeze in your hair, the earth beneath your feet. Allow yourself to be enveloped by the healing power of creation. And as you do, remember that in these simple moments, God's love is reaching out to you, offering you peace, restoration, and a deep sense of connection to the world around you. As we come to the end of this journey, let us take a moment to reflect on the profound beauty of God's creation that surrounds us every day. The universe, in all its infinite wonder, is not just a collection of stars and planets. It is a living testament to God's incredible love, a love that weaves through every moment, every breath, every encounter. In the quiet rustle of the leaves, the soothing sound of rain against the window, and the golden light that bathes the earth at dawn, we encounter the divine presence that sustains us. It is in these moments that we find the truth of who we are, children of God, created with purpose, with love, and with a destiny that aligns with the Creator's perfect will. The peace that you seek, the healing that your heart longs for, is not far from you. It is in the very world you inhabit, in the beauty of the trees, the song of the birds, the rhythm of the waves crashing against the shore. God's creation is not just something to admire from a distance. It is something that beckons you to step closer, to breathe in deeply, to be healed by its quiet, steady grace. When we pause and truly see, we are reminded of the divine plan that threads through every moment of our lives. The very air we breathe is a reminder of God's loving embrace, and the beauty of nature is an invitation to step into the divine rhythm of peace, love, and restoration. Think of the times when you felt burdened, lost in the chaos of life, and yet a simple moment in nature, perhaps the sight of a sunrise or the calm of a starry night, has lifted your spirit. In those moments, God whispers to you, reminding you that you are not alone, that you are part of something greater, something beautiful. Every moment in nature, every moment in creation, is a chance to reconnect with that divine love, to find healing, to find peace. And in that healing, you are made whole, renewed in body, mind, and spirit. But here's the truth that many miss. You don't have to go far to experience this healing. It's not about escaping to distant lands or finding some perfect, isolated place. The healing you seek is already here, within you, around you, in the world God has made. It's in the smallest details, the soft murmur of a stream, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the tender embrace of a loved one. It's in these moments that God's presence is most vividly felt, not in grand gestures, but in the subtle, sacred moments that surround you every day. Every tree, every rock, every flower is a part of God's plan, a piece of His loving touch that reminds us that He is always with us, guiding us, loving us. And just as nature holds the key to healing, so too does it hold the key to peace and purpose. When we immerse ourselves in creation, we tap into a divine energy, a rhythm that connects us to the heart of God. It is in the quiet moments, when we slow down and allow ourselves to be present, that we can hear His voice calling us to deeper love, to deeper peace, and to deeper healing. As we close, let's remember that every step we take, every breath we draw is a part of this divine story, a story that unfolds in the beauty of creation, in the power of love, and in the peace that God so freely offers. The healing power of God's creation is not a distant concept. It is a present reality, waiting for us to embrace it, to be restored by it, and to share it with others. If this video has touched your heart, if you feel the light of God's love shining brighter in your life, then I invite you to share that light with others. Your support, your encouragement, and your kindness mean the world to me. Every comment you leave, every like you share, every moment you spend reflecting on the beauty of God's creation helps spread this message further. If this video has been a source of peace or healing for you, I encourage you to subscribe, to share, and to let others experience the same divine love and healing. Remember, we are all part of this divine tapestry, woven together by God's love, and as you move through your day, carry that love with you. Share it, reflect it, and let it heal you. We are called to be the light in the world, just as the Creator shines His light upon us. And as you continue this journey, remember that you are never alone. The healing power of creation, the love of God, is always with you, guiding you toward a life of peace, purpose, and divine connection. Thank you from the depths of my heart for being part of this community, for being part of this journey. Your presence here is a gift, and I am truly grateful for it. Keep shining, keep loving, and keep embracing the healing power of God's creation. For it is in these moments that we find our truest selves, and in that, we find God's greatest peace.